Hey everybody, I'm Coach Brick, and I'm here to make you into a lean, mean building machine. We're going to take it step by step and put together the coolest LEGO sets out there, so that you will have the tools and tricks you need to build whatever crazy thing you can imagine.
Hey, welcome back to our LEGO Star Wars AT-ST Raider set. Today we're on Bag 2, Part 3. Let's get into it.
In step 74, we're going to grab these two dark gray pieces. It's like a 1x2 flat, and it has a 1x2 flat off the side. They're in dark gray, and we're going to put them on top of this rust-colored U-shape so that these side-facing studs are going to be right on top of these black side-facing studs. Then we're also going to grab these two dark gray pieces. They're square single studs with the side-facing hand clip, and they are going to be right here on these two studs, these dark gray studs right there. We're going to put them like that so that they have the clips facing onto the backs of these light gray pieces. Then we're going to grab this little black pistol, and we're going to put it barrel down into that single stud rust color piece that we put in behind the chair. And then step 75, we're going to grab this sloped piece. It's like a dark gray 2x2 block with a wedge cut out of it, and you're going to put decal number 13 on there. Decal number 13. And you can tell that these light gray rectangles are going to be on the left hand side. That is going to go right up here on top of those dark gray pieces with the side facing studs, and on top of that corrugated rust color block. To be facing in. And then we can go to step 76. Now in the call out box, step 76 has this light gray 1x6 block, and it has 5 holes in the side. We are going to put the black double-ended clips, 5 of them, in each of those holes. 1 in each hole, all on the same side. And then we're going to take 2 of these tan 1x2 flats, and we're going to put them on opposite ends of the top of that block. Just like that. Then this is going to go on top of this part with these dark gray hand clips. It's going to cover all of that up, and the clips are going to face out the end. Then step 77, we're going to grab this like S-shaped dark gray piece. It has like a 2x2 flat on the top and the bottom, and that is going to go to where the top part of the step is going to clip on top of that light gray block that we just put on, and it's going to anchor it down here in the back. Then step 78, we're going to grab this light gray little screen piece. It's like a 1x2 flat smooth tile with this little flange sticking out the top. That is going to go right here on top of that dark gray S piece, like that, so it creates this little gap in there. Then we're going to go to step 79. Step 79, we're going to take this piece that we made earlier, and we're going to place it on top, or we're going to place the piece that we're currently working on top of this piece. So we want these side facing studs to go together on the same side. So if you just line those up, everything else will go into place. So that's step 79. Then we'll go to step 80. Now in step 80, we're going to grab this dark gray wedge piece. It has the footprint of a dark gray 1x2. You can see that it's like a cheese wedge on the side. That's going to go on top of one of these light gray pieces as a flat 1x2 with a 1x2 hanging off the side. That one's going to go on top of this little computer screen wedge that we have, so that we have a couple more side facing studs. And then our dark gray cheese wedge is going to go on top of that, so that it slides down the same direction as that computer screen. And then we'll go on to step 81. So, step 81, we're going to grab this light gray gold bar piece and also a light gray 2x4 flat smooth piece, and we're going to be putting our decal number 7 on here. Decal number 7 right there. It's gray with these white stripes on it. So we're going to line up this smaller edge and smooth it out. And now this piece is going to go, if you look right here, all of these studs that are facing off the front, we're going to put first this gold bar piece on the very top on the light gray 2 studs, and then directly underneath that we're going to put this 2x4 with the decal on it. Make sure it's on there all the way. Then we'll go on to step 82. So, step 82, we're going to grab these light gray single square studs, 2 of them, and then these dark gray little wing pieces that have a 1x2 on them. There's a left and a right. And now the call out box is going to show that we're going to put this light gray square stud underneath the thin point of this wing piece, so that it looks like that. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. I'm going to rotate that square stud so that the edges line up nice. And then we're going to put them on the front so that this other space that we have here is going to go onto this dark gray stud and create this wedge shape up to the top. The other side is going to be the opposite, just like that. And then we'll go on to 83. Step 83, we're going to get these bigger dark gray wings. They have a 1x4 stud pattern on the top, a left and a right, and they're going to go right underneath those pieces that we just put on, so that they taper down to the bottom. They're smaller at the bottom. Makes this nice shield shape on the front. And then we'll turn the page to step 84, and we're going to grab this piece. It has 7 holes across it with the rounded ends, and this is going to go on the back of our build. See, there's one peg here at the bottom, and we're going to connect that into the bottom of this piece, and also the top of the piece is going to connect into this middle peg on this row of 5 pegs and hold all of that together. I've lost the pistol. There we go. And then we're also, in step 85, going to take 2 of these round 2x2 dark gray flat pieces, and we're going to put the number 15 decal on there. So number 15 decal, these two, it looks kind of like a gear or something like that. Put those on there. Leave a little bit of a border. And you can see as you start to lay it down, you'll be able to see that the border around the edge of the sticker is even all around if you have it placed right. There we go. So right here underneath this row of 5 pegs we have these 2 tan studs that are sticking out, and these are going to go on so that this center circle on the back of these gray circle pieces is going to go into that stud. Just like that. Like 2 little trash can lids on there. And then step 86, we're going to grab these 2 dark gray pieces. They have 2 clip holes on each side, and then if you rotate it 90 degrees this way, you can see they have on top this X bar hole. We're also going to grab our last 2 blue clips with the X bar on one side and the clip on the other. We're going to put that X bar in the top part of these pieces. The call out box shows us that we're going to make 2 of the same thing. So we have 2 of these, and then we're also going to get these light gray pieces, 2 peg holes, and we're going to put the blue clip into one of these so that it sticks out the top like that. Do the same on the other. And then these are both going to go side by side like this, where these light gray pieces are going to touch like that, and they are going to go into the remaining 4 of these clips, so that the light gray pieces are going to be sticking up over the top. So those are going to clip in like that, and we'll move on to 87. With 87, we're going to take this black piece. It's a 2x2 flat with 2 peg clips on either side on the bottom, centered down one side. And then we're going to take 2 of these single round studs in the dark gray metallic. And we're going to stick the stud into that hole on the side, on either side. Like that shape, and we are going to flip our model over, and we are going to, on the side with the shield piece, put this clip on top of these 2 rounded studs. One side's on that and one side's on this longer gray board. And these 2 single studs that we have off the side, they're going to go off in this direction, pointing like that. Then we're also going to take this dark gray 2x4 flat, we're going to put it right behind there on the underneath side. And then go to step 88. Step 88, we take this dark gray 1x4 flat. We're going to put it right on top of this 2x4 flat, so it's on the back side of that, more towards the center. And then step 89 has a call out box where we're going to take this 1x2 with the rounded ends, and it has studs that have holes through them. And we are going to take 2 of these little wrench pieces, and we're going to stick them through the underneath side, the little bar in the back. It's going to go up through the underneath side, these wrenches are going to be oriented like that, so that if you look down the long end of this piece, like that, stand it up, you can see through these openings in the wrenches like little hands. Did like that, and then on the end of these bars we are going to put 2 of these light gray single rounded studs. And so if you look on the end here, it says to leave a little bit of space in between there. Looks like maybe that's just the dark gray stud. So here we have stud to stud right in there, and that is going to clip, these 2 wrench ends are going to clip into these 2 black bar brackets. Clip those into there. That makes our little gun turret on the nose of the ATST. And then for the barrels of the gun on step 90, we're going to take 2 of these, like in the call-out box. This is like the little spyglass piece in light gray, and we're going to take this clip piece with the stud on the end in light gray. We're going to put that into the wider end of the spyglass, make 2 of those, and then these are going to go into, the smaller end of the spyglass is going to go into these single rounded studs. And there you go. So we can flip this up, and our last step for bag number 2 is to take our bag number 1 build. Remember this from a couple videos ago? And we are going to, if you look really carefully, if you count 1, 2, 3 holes over, if you look at it from the side, it's where you have the 2 rounded pieces sandwiched in here. The center hole there is going to have an X pattern in it, and that is going to go right into this X bar right here that's coming up out of the middle of this big circle. And the studs on this are going to go into these studs. So put those 2 together. Make sure you get everything in the right spot. And then this should turn like that. And you have this piece sticking up that will hit this piece to keep it from turning all the way around. So then, when you turn this crank, it swivels the head. Like that. Alright, so that's all put together. For our next video, we'll be putting together bag number 3.